The story of Rui Okoye has always been one of immense potential, blinding speed, and an unfortunate inability to fully translate raw athleticism into consistent professional success. Shedar. Following his release from the Yomiuri Giants, the former first-round pick is embarking on a new chapter, one that is, by all accounts, highly cryptic and perhaps completely removed from the world of professional baseball. On the 28th of a recent month, Okoye updated his personal Instagram account, sending ripples through the Japanese baseball community. He posted a photograph of himself wearing a Yankees cap, standing next to what appears to be a kick scooter, striking a reflective pose. Shedar. The accompanying caption was written entirely in English. Fall down, stand up, and keep moving forward. To the next chapter. This message is just the latest in a series of social media updates that have fueled intense speculation about his future. Scatter. Earlier posts included photos of what looked like an overseas streetscape, captioned with the phrase, "I do my own thing," suggesting a clear desire to carve out an independent path. Another post featured a mysterious photograph of his own portrait, juxtaposed with the silhouette of a woman seated before it, accompanied by further English text emphasizing silence, tension, patience. For a player who was drafted with such fanfare in 2015 by the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, and whose career trajectory included the dramatic move to the storied Giants organization, this quiet, almost artistic exit from the professional spotlight feels dissonant. Shedar. Fans and commentators immediately took to online forums, trying to decipher his intentions. The immediate reaction focused heavily on the visual clues. The Yankees cap, of course, sparked dreams. Is this a subtle hint at an international tryout, a minor league contract, or perhaps just a statement of fashion allegiance? Shedar. Others pointed to the use of English, noting that Okoye, who has a background that includes international experience, seems to be signaling a pivot towards a life that requires the language. The online discussion quickly transitioned from speculation about his next athletic move to a deeper critique of how his career ultimately unfolded. Okoye was a player defined by elite physical gifts. His running speed and raw power were undeniable. Yet the consensus among many NPB observers is that his focus was misguided. At Rakuten, he was criticized for abandoning his natural strength as a speedy, gap-hitting outfielder and instead trying to reinvent himself as a pull-heavy home run hitter. This tactical shift, they argue, sabotaged his natural tools and prevented him from finding the consistency needed to stick in the top league.
Shedar. One commenter lamented this exact failure. It's a shame he finished himself the moment he stopped focusing on being a fast runner, his main strength, and instead tried to become a home run batter, especially since he struggled so much with regular season adjustments.
The discussion also brought up the intensely personal pressures facing a former high-profile athlete.
Shedar. Some noted the immense success of his younger sister, track and field star Nonoka Okoye, contrasting her sustained success with Rui's struggles, creating an uncomfortable family comparison.
More practically, many commenters raised the issue of his personal responsibilities. If he has a wife to feed, he can't just live as he pleases, one user noted bluntly. The expectations are no longer just those of a young phenom chasing a baseball dream. They are the financial obligations of a man supporting his family. So, what exactly is the next chapter? The possibilities range wildly, reflecting the open-ended nature of his social media posts.
Shedar. Some suggested the standard next steps for released NPB players, a stint in an independent league, or a move to an overseas market like the Mexican League or Taiwan's CPBL.
Shedar. Others took the cryptic nature literally, wondering if he might pursue a completely non-traditional athletic endeavor, perhaps even becoming a professional skateboarder, given the visual clues.
Regardless of his specific destination, the underlying sentiment shared by many fans is a quiet understanding that the competitive fire for professional baseball may have extinguished. While no formal retirement declaration has been made, his actions suggest a definitive fading out from the sport that once defined his public identity.
Rui Okoye was an athlete whose story began with the promise of greatness and the spotlight of the NPB draft.
Now he stands at a true crossroads, charting a new path not under the harsh lights of the baseball stadium, but under the ambiguous glow of social media, leaving us all to wonder whether this next chapter will bring him the peace and purpose that the diamond ultimately failed to deliver.
We are left only with his own words and the image of a former star moving forward on a scooter, wearing the cap of a team he may never play for, ready to explore whatever lies beyond the baseline.